Okay. This is going to be a short video showing off the difference between real hardware here and, see, power switch is kind of failing me, and this new system here. It's based off of funkey, which is a little tiny SP-like device. That's very hard to see, but it's very similar to this little SP. I mean, it's Advance here. So both of those are kind of just novelty items, kind of fun to play on the go. This one is going to be actually my new Gameboy Advance. There's no nice way of putting it besides saying that I think it's better than a real one. Let's just load a game. So I'll load the same game here. This is maximum brightness right now, mind you, and this is a contender I want to show you. This is a AGS-101 screen. So, crank it up all the way. Just want to show. You know, pretty great. Replace the triggers on these. So, and here's this one. Let's turn the brightness up a little. That's maximum brightness too. I just want to show that off on this guy. Sorry, I had something on the screen. And you can see how much larger the screen is. If I try to line them up, you can kind of see quite a bit. 3.2 inches versus 2.9, roughly, pretty close to 3 inch. And what's cool about this is an emulation device. So I have the buttons mapped to that speed up. So now it's in turbo mode. You can't easily do this on a Game Boy Advance. This is real time. So makes playing Pokemon pretty nice. So I think this is going to be my new favorite way, because then at any point in time where you're like, oh, I need to go step away, flip it off, and you can then resume back later by turning it on. This, if you do that, you're just going to lose a bunch of progress. You have to save, then load a save. This is running the funkey OS. So it just boots right back up right where you were before. But the thing turned off. You have to open the menu, and then all my hotkeys work. So those I've set where it's select. A brings brightness up, B brings it down. It will go all the way off. Start and A is going to be your fast forward. So, and it's just a toggle switch. And I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to share this, because it didn't really come this way. I had to modify it to make it kind of localized for USA. So it's very much in China, or Chinese. Okay. but you can see how this is pretty enjoyable. And you just turn that up, slow it down. We'll go ahead and save. And save just like normal. And you can hit the menu button, which is this little tiny wire up here. This is volume, and I just want to show that off. I'll turn it all the way up for a moment, and I'll even crank the wheel all the way up. You can control it a little bit with this, not all the way. I'll turn it. I'll show how loud it is. It's really really loud. I'll turn it back down. I just played about right here. Maybe one more. But again, just want to show what that looks like. Hopefully it comes across nicely on camera. And here I'll even turn this off. I'll show you what it looks like with a little better screen, arguably. I'll turn it down. Let's. So. That's I'll turn it up. Show you again. That's what it sounds like on a original Gameboy. This has an AGS-101 screen, so the colors are pretty awesome. You can mod the screen a little bit to make it a little bit brighter. It's pretty playable at this brightness level. It's probably one of my favorite shells. It's cracked though in several places because I have let people play with it and it's been dropped a few times. But I'm a real fan of these Game Boy Advance shells. So when I found this funkey based system here, I really was interested in it because I have, I have a couple funkey systems. I have these two guys and they're cool, but this is actually practical. 3.2-inch screen, fast forward works great. I didn't even show you the menu. Not this menu. Not the shortcut here, but the actual menu. I set this. Actually got the English functioning on this now, so that's nice. Oh, that's also a feature. You can turn it all the way off. I don't know why. So you have handhelds and you have consoles. Consoles. These are the ones I have working right now. So Super Nintendo, I have it set where it's set to scale by default. So this is reset. This is resume. Let's just go for reset to show you. So scaled means it's going to be small, but it's actually larger than any of these. So arguably playable, but that is integer scaled for Super Nintendo. But if that's too small for you, you can always do a couple things here. You can go down through this Chinese menu and find this menu, and you can go over one, I think. There you go. This is going to be aspect ratio. which in my opinion looks okay, but for this console I think it's probably best to go full screen, which is a little house looking thing, little best way to describe it. It's that one. It looks like a house. But honestly, Super Nintendo works great. To get X and A, so X and Y, so it's start and then B and A. So start B gets you into the menu. Start Y lets you switch characters around, and they're standard like that, A and B normally. So you still have all 4 buttons, and you still have the brightness controls, so that's nice. Sorry for the glare. I just realized I was probably doing that this entire time. But same for this system. You can just flip a switch, it'll turn off, flip it on, it'll be right back up, right back into it. Now it's going to default to integer scaled, the way I have it set up. What they come with does not have that. So, but I really do enjoy playing full screen. It's not bad. It's like, imagine this is what Nintendo would have done if the Game Boy Advance could have played it. And this is bringing the volume down as low as it could go. So again, let's go about halfway. I don't have fast forward enabled. I'm thinking about making it one of the shoulder buttons possibly. You can do fast forward in Super Nintendo. It's not super fast. Game Boy Advance is actually good, but I just play this normally, typically. But alright, I'll stop rambling here. I just want to show this off. I really think this is a great Game Boy Advance, kind of all-in-one device though. You know, you can use it for everything, because it is just a little funkey device. So thank you, FunkeyS and your team, for open sourcing your operating system, and thank you guys for trying to make it work on such a awesome device that Nintendo made. So it's a great little device. It has USB-C on top for charging, headphone jack, power switch, volume, wheel. You know, it does work. It just doesn't control it all the way. You have to go in the settings to actually control it. By default, there's a little touch pad. Mine broke after opening it a few times. I just made this little wire. It doesn't really need to be coiled like that. I'm probably gonna shorten it. So, and this is just a Pokemon Leaf Green cartridge. That's just reproduction. I just kind of put it in there and stuck it in with a piece of tape. That way it kind of feels a little authentic to me. So, but I've been really enjoying playing this little guy. So I don't know what to call it really. Just Game Boy Advance funkey, I guess. I don't know. But this is kind of a long overview of it, comparing it to original hardware and giving my thoughts. I really think it's going to be a new way of playing Game Boy Advance, and just a great way of, you know, playing retro consoles. You can kind of see what all it can do. It would be nice to see PlayStation Portable be ported over to the funkey system. I would love to play it on a 3x2 screen like this. PSP would, I think it would honestly work, because I've seen people run other things on it, so I feel like it would work. Those are my thoughts. Thanks for listening. So, goodbye.